بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم اللهم علمنا وانفعنا وزدنا علما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. Okay, so before we get started on the new dua, can someone remind us all of the dua that we did yesterday? Yeah. Very good, mashallah. We have our dua star who, mashallah, every single day says the duas. May Allah Ta'ala increase him in knowledge. Okay, anyone else? Yeah. Very good. Okay, so this was yesterday's dua. Okay, so today we have a different dua. The dua upon seeing someone in difficulty. Okay? When you see somebody who is afflicted with something. So the hadith actually says that whenever a Muslim sees another who's afflicted with something, who's going through some difficulty, if you say this dua, then what will happen? Allah Ta'ala will inshallah protect you from that difficulty. So this is a very important dua because we see people in affliction, unfortunately, like it's not uncommon. So it's very important to make a dua like this. So I'll just read it once or twice. Alhamdulillah alladhi afani mimma ibtalaka bihi wa faddalani ala kathirin mimman khalaqa tafdila. And now there's a pointer on the screen so you can see that. Again, Alhamdulillah alladhi afani mimma ibtalaka bihi wa faddalani ala kathirin mimman khalaqa tafdila. Means all praises for Allah who relieved me from what He tested you with. So this is sort of speaking to the person who you see in the affliction. So you see somebody who's undergoing the difficulty and you're kind of saying this, addressing him. Obviously you don't say him or her, obviously you don't say it loud enough for them to hear. You are saying it to yourself. But in your mind you're sort of thinking of that person. So all praises for Allah who relieved me from what He tested you with. And Allah also greatly favored me over many others He created. Does that make sense? So Allah Ta'ala greatly favored me over many others He created. So we'll speak about it a little bit briefly, then we'll break it down, and then we'll memorize it, inshallah. So the first thing is that, as we've heard many times, and as our guest visiting scholar Sheikh Sa'im mentioned as well, that the du'as of the Prophet ﷺ, by praising Allah Ta'ala, of course there's one aspect of praising Allah, but there's a whole another dynamic to it. And by praising Allah Ta'ala, we also are sort of indirectly asking for protection as well. Because Allah Ta'ala says, وَإِذْ تَأَذَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. That if you thank me, then I will indeed increase you. Undoubtedly, I will increase you in your blessing. So what does that mean? So now we are thanking Allah Ta'ala for not giving us that particular affliction. We're thanking Allah Ta'ala for not giving us that sickness or whatever it is. So by thanking Allah, then what will Allah Ta'ala do? He'll increase us in our good health. Allah Ta'ala will increase us in our well-being. So we're thanking Allah Ta'ala, but indirectly we're also seeking protection as well. Does that make sense? In another hadith it says, وَأَفْضَلُ الدُّعَاءِ Alhamdulillah. The best dua that you can possibly make is Alhamdulillah. Now we'd say, well, that doesn't really make sense because Alhamdulillah is not a dua. What would we think a dua is? You're asking Allah for something. When you say Alhamdulillah, are you asking Allah for anything? No, you're praising Allah. You're not asking Allah Ta'ala for anything. But indirectly, that's a dua as well. Why? Because by thanking Allah, essentially Allah is going to give you more of whatever you're thanking Him for. Okay. So anyway, so it means Alhamdulillah alladhi afani, all praises for Allah who gave me relief from that which He tested you with. Okay, again, you're thinking of the person who's being tested, but you're not actually addressing him like loud enough for him to hear. وَفَضَّلَنِي عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِّمَّنْ خَلَقَ تَفْضِيلًا. And Allah has granted me favor over many other He's created. So we see that Allah Ta'ala, this person in front of us, is undergoing an affliction. And then we say, Allah has granted me favor over this person. Because Allah Ta'ala put this person, is testing this person with something difficult, and Allah has not put me in such a difficult situation. So Allah has granted me favor over that particular person. Okay. So now let's brainstorm, what are some situations in which we should say this dua? What might arise? When you're visiting a sick person, definitely you see a sick person and then you think that, subhanAllah, Allah Ta'ala has given me health and this person has a disease or is very sick, this person is in the hospital. Allah Ta'ala saved me from a situation like that. So by saying this, inshallah, Allah will, one, we're thanking Allah, but in addition to that, Allah will inshallah grant us further help. By seeing du'as like this, as we've discussed many times previously, we see how the Prophet ﷺ was always constantly connected to Allah. Because every single time that he would see something, it would remind him of Allah. So he would see somebody sick, he wouldn't be like, oh wow, that's bad. He would think of Allah. So whether the Prophet ﷺ was using the bathroom, looking in the mirror, seeing someone else, someone sick, he would always remember Allah Ta'ala. Okay, so anyway, so that's one time when we see somebody sick. What else? Sorry? When somebody is in debt? In debt? Oh, in death. Somebody is dying. Yeah, so if somebody is dying, then definitely we can say this dua as well. What else? Yeah? Very good. So this is a very common one, unfortunately, but it's not uncommon at all. Every few days almost, at least once a week, once every 2 weeks, we might see an accident on the road. So then this is something that it's not uncommon. We see it all the time. And then accidents can sometimes be very severe. A person might lose functionality of even one of his limbs. This is something that can have very severe repercussions. And it happens without a person can even die, without a person even thinking. I mean, a person will get into his car just thinking that he's going home or he's just going to work. It's just a normal day, just like all of us get into our car every day. A person might get into his car not thinking anything unusual, just a normal day. But bam, it's a matter of a few seconds and then his entire life has changed. Right? So then this is something that's very, very pertinent to us. We see somebody in a car accident and we can definitely say this dua. Okay, anything else? Let me get 2 more suggestions. Yeah? Yeah, okay, so this actually isn't an accident, but there's an ambulance that's speeding by you. An ambulance indicates what? That there's, of course, something bad going on. Somebody say, yeah? Okay, if you see someone going to jail, yeah, that too, we don't want that to happen, so we should thank Allah Ta'ala for saving us from that. Okay, let's get one more. Yeah, if somebody gets pulled over, we see somebody pulled over on the side of the road, and then we should, of course, thank Allah that that didn't happen to us. Okay, now, so we all were brainstorming and thinking about things related to physical difficulty. But if we look into the commentary of this, we'll see that the commentators of hadith, they actually mention that this dua applies to people that are undergoing spiritual difficulty as well. Does that make sense? So if somebody is, for example, okay, now based on that, let's hear a few more suggestions and then we'll memorize it. Yeah? You see someone sinning, right? We see somebody sinning, of course we don't think lowly of the person, but then we thank Allah that Allah has not put us in such a situation in which we're doing that same thing. Okay, what else? Yeah? Yeah, na'udhu somebody leaving the fold of Islam. Financial difficulty? Yeah. Yeah, that works as well, financial difficulty. Okay, anything else? See somebody who might not be praying, somebody who is, I don't know, going and doing some sinful activities, somebody disrespecting their parents, we say, Alhamdulillah, alladhi afani mimma ibtalaka bihi. Right? Any last suggestion? Yeah? Sorry? If you see a fire, very good. Okay, so these are all different situations in which we understand how this dua is so pertinent. Let's just take a few minutes to memorize it. Okay, Alhamdulillah alladhi. Okay, everybody knows this part because this we memorized a few days ago in the dua after going out of the bathroom. Alhamdulillah alladhi adhaba anni al-adha. So this part everyone knows. Alhamdulillah alladhi. Okay, can we all say that? Alhamdulillah alladhi. Okay, عافاني مما ابتلاك به. عافاني مما ابتلاك به. عافاني مما ابتلاك به. الحمد لله الذي عافاني مما ابتلاك به. الحمد لله الذي عافاني مما ابتلاك به. Yeah, الحمد لله الذي عافاني مما ابتلاك به. Okay, can anyone just say that part? Yeah. Very good. MashaAllah, very good. Okay, Alhamdulillah alladhi afani mimma ibtalaka bihi. Now next part. وَفَضَّلَنِي عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِمَّنْ خَلَقَ تَفْضِيلًا. It's a bit long. وَفَضَّلَنِي عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِمَّنْ خَلَقَ تَفْضِيلًا. Okay, maybe we should break it up. وَفَضَّلَنِي عَلَى كَثِيرٍ وَفَضَّلَنِي عَلَى كَثِيرٍ وَفَضَّلَنِي عَلَى كَثِيرٍ. Okay, Alhamdulillah alladhi afani mimma ibtalaka bihi wa faddalani ala kathirin. Okay, Alhamdulillah alladhi afani mimma ibtalaka bihi wa faddalani ala kathirin. Okay, now last part, mimman khalaqa tafdila. Mimman khalaqa tafdila. Mimman khalaqa tafdila. وفضلني على كثير ممن خلق تفضيلا. وفضلني على كثير ممن خلق تفضيلا. Okay, now we're going to say the whole thing together 3 times and I'm going to ask you to say it. Alhamdulillah alladhi afani mimma ibtalaka bihi wa faddalani ala kathirin mimman khalaqa tafdila. Alhamdulillah alladhi afani mimma ibtalaka bihi wa faddalani ala kathirin mimman khalaqa tafdila. Alhamdulillah alladhi afani mimma ibtalaka bihi wa faddalani ala kathirin mimman khalaqa tafdila. Okay, now let's hear from you. Yeah. Very good, yeah. Very good, mashallah. Okay, anyone else? Yeah. Okay, anyone else? Very good, mashallah. Yeah. Okay, good. Let's get one more person. Very good, mashallah. Okay. Yeah, we read it softly. We read it softly. Yeah, so we don't say it out loud so that yeah, we should not read loudly, exactly. Because we don't want to make the person sad. And just lastly, here, just one thing I wanted to point out. Where is it? Okay, sorry. Okay, so the other day, a few days ago, about 3 days ago or something, we did the dua. Alhamdulillah, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-hammi wal-huzn wa a'udhu bika min al-ajzi wal-kasal. Yeah, so over here when I was saying it, so I sort of missaid it. I shouldn't have said it that way. I mispronounced it. I was saying wal-ajzi wal-kasli, but it's actually wal-ajzi wal-kasali. So Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-hammi wal-huzni wal-ajzi wal-kasali. Okay, so I was saying it wrong. I just wanted to point that out. That's my mistake. Please forgive me. That just to clarify, it's not kasal, it's kasal with a fatha on the sin. Okay. Jazakumullahu Khairun.